Hey, God. Welcome to God TV. We chop it up about boxing on this channel, man. Today I wanted to get my thoughts on the Keith Thurman versus Tank Davis rumors. I also wanted to get my thoughts on the Earl Spence Jr. versus Manny Pacquiao fight. We gonna kick it off with the Keith Thurman versus Tank Davis rumors that have been going around. And I just want to say I'm a fan of both of these guys. I want them both to make good decisions and make good fights that we all want to see. I don't think that I don't think Keith Thurman taking a Tank Davis fight is gonna be good for him. I think if he wins, he's gonna be doomed. If he win, he gonna be doomed if he lose. And why I say that, because Tank is moving up hella weight classes to fighting. If he end up losing to Keith Thurman, I don't think people go really shame him for that much, because he did go up hella weight classes, but they definitely go shit on Keith Thurman because you beat a smaller guy that you were supposed to beat. You know what I mean? That's a fight that you're supposed to win, and if you lose, you might as well just say goodbye to your career, in my opinion. I think fans just go extra shit on him if he loses. So I think for Keith Thurman, that's like a bad decision to make. I don't think that's a good decision to fight Tank Davis, because if you win, you're not going to get credit. If you lose, you're not going to get credit. It's just kind of a dumb fight to make on his behalf. On Tank's behalf, it's a perfect fight to make. He got everything to gain from that. Everything. Even just taking the fight and going to make it, he has to gain. But Thurman has nothing to gain from that fight, in my opinion. I see Thurman fighting somebody more like maybe a rematch with Porter, or trying to line up a Bud Crawford. He should even try to fight like Ugas or somebody. Somebody who, if he win, it's gonna be like, all right, that's a big deal. He just came off that loss with Pacquiao, but he beat Ugas, and that's a big deal. He beat Porter, and that's a big. He need to beat somebody who worth beating. A Danny Garcia, somebody in that caliber, not somebody who's moving up in weight. And it just seems like he's supposed to win this fight anyway. I think that's gonna be bad on his behalf once again. Leave your thoughts in the comments on what y'all think about that fight. Do you think that Thurman should make that move and fight Tank Davis? Do you think he'd be ducking if he don't fight him? Do you think that is just a better business move not to fight him? Leave your thoughts in the comments. But like I said, I think that a better fight for him would be somebody who already established as a welterweight at this point. You know what I mean? Moving on to Earl Spence versus Manny Pacquiao. I think that's going to be a good fight. I think it's a 50-50 fight. I think a lot of people counting Pacquiao out because he's older. And, people made that same mistake with the Keith Thurman fight. They counted him out because of his age, and look what he did. So I'm never counting out Manny Pacquiao. My boxing mind do tell me that Spence has an advantage, but I don't think that means he's gonna for sure win. And I think it's gonna be a good fight. I think it's gonna be a brawl. I think it's gonna be Spence's hardest fight, because you can't tell me that Sean Porter is gonna give Spence a harder fight than Pacquiao will. I feel like Pacquiao is going to give him a way harder fight than Sean Porter did, and Spence is going to have to bring out shit that he never showed us. Pacquiao got way more experience. He hit harder. He faster. He moved more. It's just more of a problem. But we'll see. We'll see if the hype is built up to what it's supposed to be. I love to see a good ass fight and even see a rematch if it's hella good. Hopefully this fight opened up the door for Earl Spence versus Bud Crawford fight, with Crawford fighting Porter. And if he does a great job against Porter, like I think he will, that should open up the door for the Earl Spence versus Bud Crawford fight, if Earl Spence end up stopping or beating Pacquiao. Which, if that ends up being the case, if those fights end up opening the door for Earl Spence versus Crawford fight, I wish the best for both of those fighters, and I want them to be successful in their fights. But if Earl Spence win this fight and he still finds ways to duck this Crawford fight, I'm gonna be disappointed. Because I feel like Pacquiao is the teaser to the bigger fight, in my opinion, which would be Bud Crawford. I think that's the biggest question in boxing, is who is the top dog at welterweight. And Pacquiao, in my opinion, is not the answer. I think he's one of them, but he's not the complete answer. Leave your thoughts in the comments on what you think. Would those fights open the doors for a Crawford versus Earl Spence fight? Or is it still going to be more, beating around the bush and making the fans wait? What do you think those fights is going to do for boxing? And who do you think go be successful in those fights? Do you think Porter go win against Crawford? Do you think Crawford go win against Porter? Do you think sorry about that. You think Spence go win against Pacquiao, or you think Pacquiao go pull it off? And who should fight? Who at the end of Manny Pacquiao versus Crawford? Sorry, at the end of Manny Pacquiao versus Earl Spence, who should be the fighter who the fans feel like they should fight next? Anyway, leave that in the comments. Good talking with y'all again. I'm out. Leave your likes, share, subscribe. GOD TV.